engineering.
Yes, I mean, DT has been such a
Yeah, yeah,
landmark
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
an institution.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Right.
Oh, are we live, Shweta? I got a pop-up saying we are live.
Anindam, I'm not having any PPT, but I'll be talking with a note.
No issue, sir. I mean, whichever is fine. I think I'll just use a small PPT to share
Yeah,
the job roles and all that. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
I will share some examples.
Yeah, yours is case study.
That will be
Case
great.
study
Yeah.
example.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Devarajan cannot talk theory like me. He has to talk only implementation, practicals. Only I can afford to talk theory.
Sir, just to mention that we are live on the YouTube.
Okay, so just Shweta, give us a prompt when we need to get started.
Sure, sir.
Once you have enough participants joining, just send a message in the chat for us to get started.
And somebody will be informing when each person is coming to the talk.
Yes, Ayush is supposed to do that, so he will anchor it, so he can do the welcome to start, and then he will call each person, essentially.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, just checking whether my screen is visible to all.
Yes, it is visible to me. You'll have to make it the full screen.
मॉर्निंग तुम तो लाइव हो जाओ अपना मतलब आप सर से बात कर सकते हो।
Good morning, all. Good morning to all the participants. We are just waiting for 5 minutes to join in more the participants at present. So we need to wait just 4 to 5 minutes more.
We are seeing your screen twice.
Twice, sir.
Somebody is sharing your screen also.
Is it fine now, sir? So is my screen now properly visible to all?
Yes, it is.
Yes, visible,
Yes, it
visible.
is.
Okay, okay. So we are just waiting for more participants to join in. So we'll be commencing within 5 minutes. Sir.
Okay.
At present, we are having more than 80 participants at present. So we are expecting to be around 150.
Normally it's 1/3 from the registration.
Yes.
I think 80 is not bad. So I think we should start because already 5 minutes. Those who joined, it's not correct.
Sure, sir. Sure. So a very good morning to all, and I welcome to all the participants from Ministry, Industry, Academia to this webinar on transforming automotive manufacturing and Industry 4.0. I'm Ayush Gupta, leading manufacturing and engineering initiatives at Automotive Skills Development Council. To proceed further, I would like to introduce to share my views about ASDC. Automotive Skills Development Council is the first sector skill council to be incepted in 2011 by Society of Indian Automobile Manufacturers, Auto Component Manufacturers Association, and Federation of Automobile Dealership Association. ASDC is supported by Ministry of Heavy Industries, Ministry of Road Transportation and Highways, and Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. As of date, ASDC has total of 140 approved qualifications ranging from road transportation, vehicle service, sales to manufacturing, research and development, and emerging technologies. So as I've shared that we develop qualifications based on the various job roles. So at present we have 140 job roles ranging from service, sales, road transportation, manufacturing, and emerging technologies. To carry out the trainings, we do training of trainers and training of assessors, under which we certify the trainers as well as assessors for the various job roles under which we carry the trainings to improve the overall quality of the trainings that are being undertaken by ASDC. To carry out the trainings, we do the affiliation of training partners, and to carry out the training affiliation, we have preset SOP for the affiliation, and we do facilitate collaborations on various government schemes and projects. Next, we do assessment and certification. The assessments are NSQF aligned, assessed by ASDC, and certifications are given as per the NSQF levels. ASDC organized placement drive to facilitate placement of certified candidates. Industry also facilitates in placement and apprenticeship training opportunities through B2B forums and workshops. At present, we are exploring in international placements as well. Next, there's World Skills and India Skills competition. It's like a skill competition that is that takes place at India level as well as at international level. It's kind of a Olympics of skill, and in this financial year, we are participating in 9 skills at India Skills and World Skills competition. In previous competition, we won bronze medal in prototype modeling at World Skills 2017, won 3 medallion of excellence at World Skills 2019, and won a bronze medal in prototype modeling at World Skills 2023. ASDC works on implementation body to implement projects in CSR, government and non-government projects, and the special projects. Now, I would like to introduce Mr. Indam Lady. He is a Chief Executive Officer of ASDC. He has over 3 decades of rich professional experience, mainly in automotive sector and supply chain functions. His experience ranges from organizations such as Hindustan Times, Grass Academy, Honeywell, and Maruti Suzuki, to name a few. Sir, I now invite you to enlighten us on the importance of skilling in automotive manufacturing. So, stage is yours, sir.
Thank you, Ayush, and if you can allow to share my screen.
Sure, sir.
Okay, I just hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, your screen is visible, sir.
Thank you. So very warm welcome to all the participants today and all my fellow speakers on this webinar. This is a very important initiative in the direction being provided by our government and especially of our Honorable Prime Minister in terms of an Atmanirbhar Bharat and a Vikasit Bharat for the Amrit Kal that we are part of now in terms of the transformation journey that this country is seeing. One of the very important, and before I speak specifically about the skilling initiatives within the automotive sector and some of the, initiatives that we are contributing as part of this, I would want to also introduce the capital goods scheme by the Ministry of Heavy Industries. This is the phase 2 of the scheme, which is a very important policy intervention by the government in terms of what the manufacturing sector, including the automotive manufacturing sector, can benefit from. And there are elements of this particular scheme which takes care of the skilling requirements skilling requirements within the same transformative journey of manufacturing. So Ministry of Heavy Industries notified this scheme in 2022 with an objective to expand and enlarge the impact which is to be created by this particular scheme, giving a very strong impetus in creating a very, very globally competitive capital goods sector in this country. The scheme has a very large financial outlay, almost 1,200 plus crores, including an industry contribution that is assumed. So majority of the contribution comes in from the government, the ministry, and the balance is from the industry in terms of industry contribution for about 200 plus crores. Under this project, under various heads, about 32 different projects have been sanctioned so far and are being implemented. And this will have a very significant impact under, when you merge this with other policy initiatives of the Ministry of Heavy Industry, in terms of, FAME scheme, as well as for the production-linked incentive scheme. This scheme will provide the necessary hard and the soft infrastructure required to support the implementation of the other schemes. And very importantly, ASDC is one of the projects that has been sanctioned under this, where we were tasked to develop 23 skill training packages for NSQF level 5 and above for the emerging technology trades in the automotive sector. And I'll shortly talk about which are these 23 different training packages that we have developed. It is fully developed now, available for adoption by various training institutions as well as industry training centers, and supported by the team from ASDC to help in the implementation process. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these programs will be very, very useful for the skilled manpower that the industry is looking forward to. The various job roles that we have, already developed. These are in additive manufacturing, robotic systems, smart manufacturing area. Then we also have areas around data analytics, AutoSAR, which is Automotive Open System Architecture Engineer, sustainability and cybersecurity. Also in areas of design safety, battery swapping, electronic battery management systems, and the other programs, including unified diagnostics, ADAS, and various levels of data analytics and data science job roles, and the cybersecurity job roles, which are pretty much important elements of the entire Industry 4.0 suite that an industry is looking forward to the implementation. Having shared this, I think this is something which most of you would be aware of, those who are glued on to the automotive industry. We have a very, very significant growing demand in this country. And we have a huge opportunity here where the focus is shifting to electric vehicles and other alternate fuel vehicles, and also autonomous vehicles, which are being given a lot of support into the market, and the customer preferences are also shifting. There is very significant investments in this particular sector, and we look forward to more investments in this sector. There are new initiatives, new plants, including greenfield plants being proposed by Maruti Suzuki, by MG Motors, post their investment from the Jindal Group. There are very significant investments happening, which are likely to create huge opportunities for skilled manpower. And then there is, of course, a very, very strong policy support from the government in terms of developing this industry. So what are some of the key technology trends which are shaping the future in the automotive space? Of course, electric vehicles is a hot topic. India is poised to become a major EV hub, not only for the local market, but also for the global market. And this will require skilled workforce in various areas of battery technology, charging infrastructure, electric motor design, as the major areas of intervention that we are looking at. Autonomous driving, we are already seeing more and more models being launched with an ADAS feature inbuilt into the vehicle, which is looking at improving road safety and traffic efficiencies, which will require expertise in AI, sensor technology, and machine learning, including computer vision, language learning models within the AI/ML space. And finally, of course, connected cars. We are already talking about various V2X technologies, vehicle to anything being connected, not only vehicle to vehicle, vehicle to central servers, vehicle to road infrastructure, communication. These can improve vehicle performance, provide personalized services, develop very new business models, and giving rise to or an impetus to a lot of startups in this particular domain where we are integrating computer technology with the vehicles. Therefore, we are looking at a computer on wheels kind of a model as we go ahead. And hence, areas like data analytics, cybersecurity, cloud computing, in the context of an automotive scenario or a mobility scenario, is an area of skill that is very important. Some of the current skill gaps that exist in the auto industry are in the same areas. In EV technology, we need more technicians, engineers, mechanics who are skilled in the three major areas of battery, charging infrastructure, electric motors. We need skilled manpower with artificial intelligence, sensor technology, and machine learning for deploying of autonomous driving technology, connected car technology skills in data analytics, cybersecurity, and cloud computing will be required. And most importantly, I think there is a very strong requirement of soft skills or employability skills, as we say, in terms of communication, teamwork, and problem solving, because we are seeing a very strong interdisciplinary skill that is required by these individuals who come into the industry. The auto industry itself needs to invest in upskilling and reskilling its existing workforce through on-the-job training while they are at work, through various programs, interventions, training interventions that can happen while they are at work. Government-sponsored training programs, government is coming forward with supporting, and a lot of state governments that we talk to and work with are very, very keen to support funding and promotion of programs in the new technology areas. Industry academia partnership, obviously, we also need to include the entire academic fraternity in universities and colleges to partner with the industry to develop and deliver the relevant training programs. Some of the programs that we have developed are being offered through colleges and universities so that they don't have to start from scratch. They have a base from which they can start operating. And finally, of course, online learning platforms are very useful. We ourselves on ASDC have a learning management system which offers programs on hybrid electric vehicle, on battery charging, and we are looking forward to adding more skills. In fact, we are now recently adding one of the finest employability skills programs with support of Wadhwani Foundation to be added to our platform for access for people to pick up skills around communication, teamwork, collaboration, etc. So a skilled workforce for a thriving industry is a must in today's context in order to remain competitive in the global market, create new jobs, and overall contribute to the country's economic growth. The country aiming to become the third largest economy in the world today. And the auto industry has to play a very, very significant role in terms of achieving it. I will stop here and I'll be available towards the end when we can take a few question answers as we go forward. Thank you, and back to you, Ayush.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your valuable insights, sir. And the initiatives that the Ministry of Heavy Industry has taken to boost the skilling ecosystem in automotive manufacturing. I would like to request to all the participants, keep on posting the questions in the chat box so that these questions can be addressed by all our esteemed panelists. Next, now I would like to introduce Mr. A.N. Chandramouli.
Ayush, if you can put up the presentation back,
Sure, sir.
and then.
Now, I would like to introduce Mr. A.N. Chandramouli. He is Chairman Project Review Management Committee ASDC and CEO ANCM Management Consultancy. He is having over 4 decades of industrial experience in organizations such as Tata Motors, Hindustan Unilever, Amtrak Hitachi, and many more. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Arindam, and all our colleagues in ASDC. Some audio crackling was there. Let's take care of that.
Yeah, sir. I think it was coming from Ayush. Now it's okay. Your
Okay.
voice is right. Yeah.
I don't have a presentation slides, but I will just share my thoughts. Okay.
Sure. Please go ahead, sir.
Thank you. So good morning to all the participants. First of all, we have to give them a warm welcome for this very, very important, the first kickoff webinar of Automobile Skill Development Council in the context of the emerging technologies. And let me congratulate ASDC to organize this symposium and roll out the skill development initiatives of automotive and allied industries for the emerging Industry 4.0 job roles, which are enunciated beautifully by Mr. Arindam, CEO. I will also take the pleasure of welcoming my industry colleagues, Dr. Devarajan, Senior Vice President of TVS Motor, who will share with us a great case study on Industry 4.0 in the two-wheeler, three-wheeler industry, and Mr. Ram Shankar, CEO of a successful startup venture in Industry 4.0 for manufacturing called Maxbyte Technologies, now headquartered in Dubai, earlier the headquarters in Coimbatore. Let me step back and share some of my views on why we are doing all this. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Thank you. The Indian government plans to raise the national GDP to 10 trillion US dollar in the next 10 years. And the share of the manufacturing sector from around 14 to 16% should grow to 25% of the GDP through a slew of measures, including Atmanirbhar Bharat, Make in India, and Digital India Mission above all. An automotive sector is a major growth driver of the Indian manufacturing sector. The contribution of this sector alone to the national GDP has risen from a meager 2.7% in 1992 to 7.1% as of now, on a larger cake of the GDP with a larger percentage. Automotive is truly the driving factor for Indian manufacturing. It provides a direct and indirect employment of over 19 million people. Direct, when I say those who are actually working in the automotive and auto component factories, and indirect means those who are in the dealership and so many other MSMEs. And India aims to double this automotive sector size to 15 lakh crores by the end of 2024, is a study done last year. Now, the fourth industrial revolution of Industry 4.0 as we talk, driven by smart interconnected devices. Mr. Arindam alluded to how these devices are as part of the car itself or part of the automobile. But my focus will be to see how these devices are helping in the manufacturing sector. And this leads to smart autonomous factories and a significant program for enhancing the competitiveness and growth of the Indian industry. We are doing this with a specific purpose of improving the global competitiveness of the Indian automobile and auto component industry. Since 2017, MHI, Ministry of Heavy Industry, has been supporting the development of several technology centers called Samarth Udyog centers across the nation. Phase 1 was completed and phase 2 is now rolled out last year with the kind of investment Arindam talked about. This supports small and medium as well as large industries. The focus being the small and medium tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 job shop companies in order to adopt Industry 4.0 in a big way. Because Industry 4.0 is no longer a buzzword or a jargon which people would like to flaunt around, but it is indeed a very important technology in various sectors, especially in manufacturing and especially Indian automotive manufacturing sector. However, the sad news is the adoption is slow. there is an urgent need to debate and overcome the bottlenecks. I hope today's workshop makes the initiative of these debates. The most important debate is woven around human resources development in this domain, not just in the traditional automotive skill development, but also in the advanced and future automotive skill development areas. And with this mission, ASDC has taken the lead. In fact, I should congratulate ASDC because among the various sector skill council, ASDC is indeed taken the lead on this particular subject among other skill councils, such as Capital Goods Skill Council and other skill council like automation and other skill council, electronic skill councils, etc., etc. The digital transformation of the automotive industry requires these 20-odd job roles and qualification packs, which Mr. Arindam mentioned. And many automotive OEMs are very enthusiastic in implementing the new digital as well as automation technologies. Dr. Devarajan will illustrate that. However, in my opinion, there is much more unlocking of the value. When I say unlocking of the value, which means the benefits to the end customer and the series of customers in the supply chain of the automotive industry. And typically, when we talk about latest technologies, all these OEMs as well as the small MSME companies struggle on 4 major issues. Number one is they are not able to manage the visibility of the demand in the complete supply chain. And this was aggravated during the COVID. And then the other wars, which we are talking now in the European area. All these are, disrupting the supply chain. So can Industry 4.0 help us to overcome this to some extent? Above all, the traditional issues which a OEM demands from its suppliers in terms of QDC, quality, delivery, and cost. The stringent quality objectives, can we use Industry 4.0 to enhance it? And a very, very important just-in-time lean manufacturing concepts. The delivery requirements of the MSMEs to the respective Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 OEMs is a very important challenge which Indian automotive industry is grappling with. And last but not the least is a mass customization, which means the variety management to cater to multiple customers from a single factory of the Tier 1 or Tier 2. Now, this digital transformation of the Indian automotive manufacturing sector involves an integration of advanced technologies such as robotics, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, big data analytics, augmented reality, and many of this, Mr. Arindam has put together the 26 job roles to cover these things with a specific focus on the application with various aspects of production, supply chain management, quality control process with a focus on the context of the automotive industry. Therefore, digital transformation of Indian automotive sector is a comprehensive overhauling. I'm saying overhauling, transformation is a nice word, of the traditional manufacturing process through integration of cutting-edge digital technologies. The transformation aims to improve efficiency, productivity, and above all, flexibility in the manufacturing operations, while also enabling better customization and quality assurance. Companies are investing in smart factories. I think Mr. Devarajan and Ramshankar will illustrate this. Digital twins, predictive maintenance systems, very, very important, and collaborative robots, what we call as COBOs, to streamline the operations and enhance competitiveness in the global automotive market. Now, there are 6 key aspects. I'll briefly touch upon it. For want of time, I don't want to labor much on it, but then I'll quickly come to the human aspect. The smart factories, the digital twins, the robotics and automation, the artificial intelligence and machine learning, supply chain optimization, right? And above all, the 6th major factor is employee training and upskilling. Again, using digital technologies, right? The number 1 is the smart factories. The reason I'm indulging a little bit on the elaboration of this point, the several audience who are listening today, including the students and academia and industry, should not feel hesitant to ask questions at the end of the day on what are these technologies and where are they useful. The Indian automotive manufacturers are investing in smart factories equipped with advanced automation and connectivity technologies. It's the 2 pillars I always say, automation pillar and digital pillar. These factories leverage IoT sensors, connected devices horizontally and vertically in the organization of the manufacturing, and they collect real-time data on production process, machine performance, and product quality, as well as process quality. And this data is then analyzed to optimize production schedules, minimize downtime, throughput time, and improve overall efficiency. So this is what we call smart factory. If you can do it with a Ola car and a Zomato food ordering and other e-commerce activities, can we not do it in our manufacturing? Digital twin is a second technology. Digital twin technology creates virtual replicas of the physical manufacturing assets, such as production lines and equipment. By simulating the various scenarios and testing changes in the digital realm, and the manufacturers can therefore optimize processes, predict the maintenance needs, and ensure product quality before implementing changes in the real world. That means we don't have to tinker around with the real world, real factory, and maybe it will be very destructive in terms of the production process. So we can do it on a simulation basis using digital twin powerful technology, then go and implement in the physical factory, so that a brownfield factory or a running factory can also be transformed as opposed to a greenfield factory. And this will reduce the cost and the risk associated with the experimentation and optimization. So people need not worry, if I do this, what will happen to my current process, and will it disturb the current delivery to the customer, etc. Let us do it on a simulation basis. That is the point about the second technology. The third one is, we are very familiar, is robotics and automation. Robotics and automation play a crucial role in streamlining manufacturing operations in the automotive sector. Collaborative robots work alongside human workers. Please understand, there is no unemployment threat due to this automation and digital manufacturing. On the other hand, I can guarantee you that manpower requirements will further grow, maybe at a higher level of skills, which ASDC is trying to deploy. Then how will this happen? Looks like a paradox, because we will then become from the 5th largest economy to the 4th largest economy, so the 3rd largest economy, reach $10 trillion. That means the cake is growing, and therefore the employment will come from these higher order tasks. And instead of performing repetitive and dangerous tasks, we can use these collaborative robots and other technologies of automation to increase efficiency and safety in the factory floor. You know, we know what happened yesterday in the Bhopal, right? Factories are getting more unsafe. The robotic arms are utilized for tasks like welding, painting, assembly. The dull, dirty, dangerous, difficult, and social distancing are the major drivers. Social distancing, as in the COVID pandemic, what we also feel. While automated guided vehicles, AGVs and AMRs are transporting materials and components within the factory premises, I have personally seen in Toyota and TVS Motors. The fourth major technology, which all of us keep talking as a buzzword, is definitely here to come, and it is artificial intelligence and the machine learning algorithms. And these are employed to analyze vast amounts of data gathered from manufacturing process, supply chain operations, especially useful for FMCG industry. FMCG industry, the data is in billions of bytes, as we call it, trillions maybe. And these technologies enable predictive maintenance by anticipating equipment failures, not only in automotive industry, in our other industries, allied industries, as well as MSME supply chain also. It will based on historical performance data and thus reduce downtime and maintenance cost. And AI-powered quality control systems detect defects in real time, ensuring only high-quality products reach the OEMs and therefore reach the customer. The fifth biggest technology is supply chain optimization. Other day we participated in a program even in academia, RV College in Bangalore. Very interesting 3-day workshop. Digital transformation extends beyond the factory walls to optimize entire supply chain ecosystem. Advanced analytics, AI algorithms are used to forecast demand, manage inventory levels, and optimize logistic routes. Blockchain technology can be used to enhance transparency, traceability in the supply chain. The hub and spoke model we keep talking about can be ideally implemented through blockchain technologies. Tech Mahindra has already done it, enabling better collaboration between manufacturers, suppliers, and distributors. And last but not the least, which is the subject of today, is employee training and upskilling, which is where ASDC plays a very strong role now. Digitalization is used to reshape the workforce skill requirements. And it is also the digital content of what we are delivering, and also the digital methodology and the tools which we are delivering. So it's a two-pronged approach. And that not only for the fresh engineers coming from colleges, diploma, ITA, etc., but more importantly, upskilling and reskilling initiatives to ensure that employees can effectively leverage these technologies, right? Companies like Tata Indian Institute of Skills are doing this in a very big way, and very soon you'll realize these kind of benefits across the national level. The adoption of digital technologies necessitates a skilled workforce capable of operating and maintaining complex systems. That is where the soft skill training becomes very important, as Arindam sir mentioned. Manufacturers invest in training programs to upskill existing employees and attract new talent with expertise in the areas of data analytics, robo programming, AI implementation, electrical vehicle, etc., etc. The continuous learning and development initiatives ensure the workforce remain adaptive to evolving technological trends. Now, before I close, I will make a few remarks on this. What is this we are talking about in skill development? Like in any change, it is purely a change management requirement. The adoption of the new technology solutions require deep awareness and acceptance by the employees at various levels and various functions. End-to-end appreciation across functions is essential for ensuring horizontal integration and flow of information from design to after-sale service. Top management, middle management, and shop floor level employees all are involved in this process. Top management must understand the business value impact, the technology and solution partnerships, and they don't have to do everything in-house. There are so many people who are available. One example is MaxByte Technologies. Should be able to translate their applications into benefits to the customer. See, mere talking about jargons of technology is not going to attract the audience. We have to get into the benefits to the customer, which I call as a value. At the middle management level, the appreciation should be deep in designing the applications. Architecture needed to convert the sensor data at the shop floor level to the top floor, and useful insights to improve the KRIs and KPIs, goals and objectives. At the shop floor level, very, very important, the employees should appreciate the use of devices like human-machine interface, HMI, and the ability to take their own decisions. The empowerment at the shop floor level, I have seen in my own eyes in companies like TVS Motor, in companies like Toyota Engines, and last but not the least, TAFE in Bangalore. Automotive OEMs can lead this transformation for the entire value chain with the help of technology from large to medium and to medium to small industries through a hub and spoke model. Already I mentioned about it. You know, when I visited a Chennai-based tier 1 company making clutches and brakes for 200 types of tractor models in order to guarantee 50 parts per million quality level, outgoing quality level. And during my conversation, they clearly brought out the biggest concern in the shop floor of this tier 1, tier 2 company is to eliminate mixing of the child parts and resulting in a mess up of the parent assemblies. Imagine they are supplying to 200 types of tractor models across the country, maybe across the world also. In this example, any one OEM customer of this MSME cannot understand the issues of this company unless there is a horizontal linkage clearly established between them. Can we use the digital technologies to bring this horizontal linkage? Yes, but the adaptation requires the human resources development. Therefore, the success of the ASDC mission, I congratulate them, depends on not only large enterprises addressing, but millions of MSMEs that add 50 to 60% of the value addition in the products, especially in the engineering automotive sectors. Large industries and MNCs are ready to replace traditional manufacturing with smart manufacturing. But MSMEs lack the awareness and the will to adopt the new technologies. And MHI has taken the great initiative to install the Samarth Udyog centers in phase 1, phase 2. There will be more such 30 such centers across the country. I request all the MSMEs to take advantage of it. There are a lot of subsidized programs to not only to train, but also to implement. And we require a policy support from the government and the infrastructure from the state as well as the union government, because this cannot be a mission only by the central government, MHI. And financial incentives to accelerate the initial adoption. In fact, in one forum I mentioned, if the PLI scheme is introduced via the OEM, then the OEMs like Tata, Toyota, TVS Motor, and Maruti and other companies can use that fund effectively, be accountable and responsible for the chain of tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 companies, and bring all of them into the what I call as a digital journey. And then all of them will realize the business value and instead of remaining in silos. Overall, the digital transformation of the Indian automotive and auto component manufacturing sector. It represents a paradigm shift, in my opinion, towards a more agile, efficient, and sustainable production process. And that way, the Indian industry is positioned for a long-term competitiveness in the global market. My last few comments is, we must deliberate in today's workshop and the workshops to come. Arindam is planning to have at least one workshop like this every month on these 5 questions, in my opinion. Number 1, how to accelerate the adoption of Industry 4.0 across the automobile value chain. Number 2, what are the successful case studies and the not so successful case studies from which we can learn from, and how to handle the MSMEs for successful implementation. We cannot leave them alone and only the OEMs are doing it. The 4th is how the policy initiatives can be used to kickstart in across the automobile clusters. There are at least 20 clusters in this country. And how to build an ecosystem to create digital champions. This is the most important point which ASDC is addressing, is to make human resource development as a pillar, most important pillar, and not only technology development. Therefore, I close by saying congratulations to the organizers of the webinar and thank ASDC to give me this opportunity to share my views. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your valuable insights and how Industry 4.0 will be assisting in improvement of safety, quality, productivity, and overall the business model. And as you mentioned, we will continue doing such webinars in the future also, and we'll try to address all the concerns that you have raised. And I would request all the participants to keep on posting the questions in the chat box. We will having a session, and those questions will be addressed by our esteemed panelists. Moving ahead, now I would like to introduce Mr. S. Devarajan. He is a BTech Mechanical Engineer and Engineering Doctorate in Manufacturing System Engineering from University of Warwick, UK. Currently working with TVS Group from past 38 years, presently a head of Advanced Manufacturing and Production Engineering in TVS Motors. He leads new product development, worked in setting up facilities for press shop, welding shop, painting plants, heat treatment plant, machining of steel and aluminum engine parts, assembly lines. Presently concentrating on advanced manufacturing, new process technology, lean manufacturing systems, digital manufacturing, TPM, JIT, implementation in TVS Motors. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Is my screen visible and voice?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Good morning,
Great, sir.
everyone. And first of all, thanks ASDC
Your
for
volume
this
is
opportunity.
very low. Dr. Devarajan, can you increase your volume, please?
Yeah.
Maybe you have to come closer to the laptop mic.
Yeah. Okay. Are you okay now? Able to listen?
Could be better.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, ASDC, for this opportunity. My name is Devarajan. Definitely, there is a shift in automobile industry, in every industry today. And definitely, I'd like to cover what are the areas which are focusing now and what are the changes happening and how the training for the new areas, especially along with ASDC, will help all the industries. Let me go to the next slide. Yeah, as the Chandramouli did mention, we are definitely growing in terms of GDP. The top 5, top 3, definitely the potential of growth is very heavy in the terms of, I think we are growing around 10% now. And the automobile sector is a life for everyone. The mobility is a life. And in automobile sector and in mobility, manufacturing is a key. Manufacturing is not only the OEMs, no, it has to support the dealers, it has to support the end of the line user. I think it's a huge chain which the manufacturing industry is working on, and changes are happening. So when the change is happening, are we able to enhance the skill level? Another thing happening in terms of industry is a sustainability, in terms of energy, in terms of environment areas. and the huge opportunity for flexibility, automation, and delivering what the customer wants. So India can grow only when the automobile industry grows. And for automobile industry to grow, the customer requirements has to be met. So it's very important that we talk about it. And I'm from TVS Motor. We make various type of vehicles from mopeds, scooters, motorcycles, bebek in Indonesia, three-wheeler. And we also collaboration in designing with BMW to produce premium motorcycles for the entire globe. We have export to more than 60 countries consistently in terms of the quality. This, along with all the suppliers, along with all the dealers, only we can achieve. Okay, so this is very important thing to know. And my main thing is in terms of machine tools, we are creating our products. Okay, we're all creating products, whether it's a machine tool industry or a manufacturing industry or a product industry. So I believe that this is done to enable the human civilization, prosperity of human civilization, which means that we are able to help the standard of living. So standard of living by mobility, I always believe in tattvas, so I always go into the by basic elements of Jal, Agni, Prithvi, Vayu, and Akash. So, sorry, I will go back to my thing. So I go back into the way area which will improve on men, material, and welfare. And to do this, in terms of the automation industry, we have to reduce the human efforts. The human efforts can be reduced by using the resources properly and ensure that we have optimization of it. So, application of Jal, Agni, Vayu in terms of assets, processes, and elements to improve the prosperity. That is a big goal. So finally, we are converting raw material finished goods. Okay, that's there. But can we help improving the skill level? Can we help improving what is required to meet the customer demand? It is a need of manufacturing. Hence, manufacturing will become a key for the growth of GDP. So, but in terms of the factory, what is happening is we have to make money. We have to be competitive. Okay. But we don't have many control on the final product price because each customer, like all of us, will decide the final price. We have no control on the input prices either. But we have to work on the designs to reduce the input prices. We have to work on the modernization, design change in terms of EV vehicles, how we are able to improve the skill level of design, skill level of DFM. That's the area where I'll talk about later. And in terms of the manufacturing itself, design for manufacturing, design for assembly, DFX, to meet the customer demand and to reduce waste. So we have different techniques like TPM, TQM, Lean, but today the need is going towards 4.0. Need is going towards digital. Why? It's important that we talk about digital. I'll come about further on the benefits also to reduce the waste, to ensure that we're able to make money as we go forward in the industry. So actually, I am from manufacturing. So I always believe manufacturing as a core activity. Manufacturing software industry is designing the software. Okay, that's other manufacturing in India. So the main thing is in terms of the manufacturing industry, where we have to work along with quality, sales, purchase, finance. And I always believe that if manufacturing is successful, all other areas are successful because it delivers what the need of the customer is. Okay, that's the main thing. But we have different techniques we have learned. And in terms of the ASDC also, we'll try to cover many of these things because we have to strengthen our basics. About lean manufacturing, just in time, in terms of the 5 years areas, okay. But main thing we are going to focus is how we can help the business as a whole. Business, quick changeover is one area. In terms of supply development and low cost, affordable automation, all the things are important in the modern manufacturing system. And definitely to improve the skill level, we are trying to bring in IoT in many areas and towards the business-oriented management. Okay, that's the basic I want to bring in. But what's happening as a customer? Earlier it used to be percentages, now in PPM. Now the demand is zero defect. Whatever we do today, in terms of the EV vehicles, in terms of the IC engine vehicles, how to ensure it is zero defect, design for it, design the process for it. Next is, it's actually have value to the customer. Each one of us are different. Okay, so how to improve N is equal to 1. Each customer is different. how to make the agility, how to make the flexibility of manufacturing systems is a main key area where we can train our people, experiential training as well as on the theoretical training to improve. And finally, we need to be online, just in time improve. Earlier, Chandramani is talking about QDC, quality delivery cost. I believe in quality time is important because in today's world, if you are missing the skill enhancement, if you miss the product enhancement, if you miss the requirement of the customer, we miss the business itself. So there is a sure that we need still as what is the demand of then now for the future. So what's happening today is going towards integrated system. Whatever we learned till now, we have to integrate this. Integrate with electronics, integrate with mechatronics, integrate with all the systems into place, because the benefit of all the things will be able to get when you integrate all just in time quality in terms of PPM to deliver. Okay, this is very important to know. I also believe in the flow manufacturing, reduce the amount of keeping the inventory, how to ensure that we have earlier it will be product layout, now integrate, how to introduce just in time or in the line and to make it flexible. So this will definitely talk in our skill development and discussions over a period of time, and definitely will be strengthening the basics and going towards the new. So I always talking about, I think people talk about IoT here, and in terms of advanced automation, additive manufacturing, cloud computing, but the strength is bottom of the pyramid or tip of the iceberg I found, but the bottom of the iceberg is important to improve the strength in terms of manufacturing execution, advanced planning system, computer-aided engineering. So we have to be strong in a traditional system and build on it IoT. That's the way TVS Motor is working on. Because we can't forget the basics. We can't just talk about IoT and other areas. We have to apply in a current way, improve upon it, and make it easy for the operator, easy for the engineer to deliver the requirement of the customer. So it's very important. Talking of the tip of the iceberg, strengthening the base, like what Chandramani did say in his talk also. So why it is important? I also mentioned about the rapid customer deal. Definitely on the product launches, the EV is changing the world. So how are you able to change the IC engine to EV, battery assembly of motors, customer base, availability to the new market? We export to 60 countries, that increase for all the OEMs. Next is zero defect. And in terms of the robotics, in terms of the PLCs, edge sensors, AI, ML, these are the key areas happening for all the skill improvement in TVS Motor. Another thing is improve the efficiency improvement. In the automation improve. In terms of reliability. Okay. In terms of optimization of the resources. And work towards IoT in terms of traceability. Okay. And you can always see during the training program, we'll take you to the actual place, how it is done at the supplier end, at the OEM end, and how it is implemented. And how to, in terms of the cost, energy monitoring of each machine, each areas, because finally we have to reduce the waste, right? And we have to be business to improve business acumen of everyone in terms of the KPI monitoring, alert and quick action. If it is when you find a defect, we stop at that particular station, not go to the next station itself. And it is possible today. Why? Because we have a lot of development of sensors today. All sensors are available. Temperature, pressure, all the suppliers now we are talking about implementation of the sensors at the low cost area. And many are, within 1 hour you can implement in many of the startups, and acceptance by the management from shop floor to top floor because of the benefit. As we see, there are small quick successes and big benefits. So digitization is possible today, and to survive in the industry today, digitization, skill development of digitization and implementation is a key for us. In our areas, we have to develop skill at every point of time. Workmen and staff level is important. And in terms of the total employee involvement of workmen, managers, and senior managers will give the customer satisfaction. So we talk about JIT, TPM, EHS, daily work management, what you do, training of the people in the skill level, change level, at workman level, managers, staff level, and senior level. Okay, various means by quality sessions, the cross-functional team, and the task force. So teamwork and training and skill enhancement is the only mantra today to be successful. Because any area, whether it's supplier or OEMs, we need to work towards it. And that's the area where ASDC will support all the members in this area. Now, achieving the productivity, quality, costs, and manufacturing systems, many areas when we see in our supplier end or our end itself, many are manual, offline. We are going towards digitized process from the design angle, from simulation angle, and high automation line, and work towards the intelligent measurement. How to do it? I'll go in the next few slides how we are trying to this thing and how to get the TBM in terms of the TPM areas, condition-based monitoring parameters, online monitoring of all these things, and to get OE, traceability, automation, digitization in our areas, and shift towards smart manufacturing. This is to deliver what the customer wants at the price what the customer requires and throughout the chain. So it is working towards the factory next, shifting the manufacturing towards smart manufacturing. I'll share some examples too. Chanamuni did take about cobots in our areas. I think next speaker will talk about it much more. I think it is going to be very challenging for all of us. And probably we are around 3 to 2. Now, battery manufacturing, the cell manufacturing, the motor areas of testing, it requires to be automated. At the same time, the level of skill of people will increase. The type of skill will increase. I'll talk about it in the next few slides. So if we talk about an assembly line, we're talking about here, but we have to go from the machining area itself. How to improve the individual machine area to capture the OEE, to capture the quality areas, to capture that the quality is delivered at this point of time before it goes to the next station. So two suppliers. Now we are in tier 1. We are linking to a tier 2 suppliers in a big way. So it's important that at every stage the POKOK is implemented. At every stage data is taken. And to the machining line, to the engine assembly, sub-assembly, detesting. Today, everything can be automated. Everything can be sensorized. But we have to give priority. Which are the key areas which will deliver the quality to the customer and the final gate. And believe me, all these things should be data. Data should be captured. Why it is important? If there is any recall, we should be able to take because we are sending vehicles all over the world. So it's important that we bring the quality up by all these areas. I think IoT delivers quality. Once the quality is delivered in a systematic way, the cost comes down, the rework comes down. And ensure that at every point it is taken. So why the skill level improvement is required is at every point of time, the necessity of what we're doing and how to capture that information and ensure that we deliver the product to the customer at a consistent level. India is growing, as I mentioned, and this is the right time for us to see that we deliver consistent quality. Just because India is growing, it can never come automatically. We have to put effort in our own skill area, in our development of systems in a place, the layout flow, ensure that the component continuously flows and there is no inventory kept because it has given a business result. So what's happening is how to do it. We're talking about improving the range level. The things are going towards lightweighting, thin wall casting. Multi-material is coming into place and many of the examples are here. And all the tolerances reducing to half so that the friction is reduced. Why? The range has to be improved. Today, if you give 100 kilometers per charge, the requirement is 300 kilometers. And technology of battery is changing. Sodium is coming into picture. And digital twin. Before we implement, you need to check whether it is done. And using AI and ensure that the data is taken from you. And all are integrated and plan simulation to predict the actual performance. Okay. There are many software tools. We have to apply it. the data should be analyzed. That is a change set of all engineers change requirement, all operators change requirements. So that is the area in which I think we'll all focus in ASDC to deliver the actual practical examples, how to do it, how to approach with a practical approach. So that is the area in which I think it will demand all of us to work towards. And definitely the design, why you have to do this? The design is changing. It becomes very integrated system. Two-wheeler or four-wheeler with a complete seamless integration of all the areas. And I talked about material, space, cost of how to improve upon it. And analytical skills to do right first time. It's a key area. And modeling and simulation are the new areas which we try to build. Integrated controls and integration of all the software tools. This is the road design into the design for manufacturing. So I did mention about this earlier. One thing we need to understand, all of us, is this chart, which is very important. The share of responsibility we have and the type of management we are in. So all of us in different areas, the people who join supervisors have to work on retainment of what we have learned and improvement of skill sets of IoT and other areas. And top management going towards the breakthrough areas, task forces areas, technology areas, battery change areas. So we are all in this middle area of retainment and improvement, and think about the breakthrough which can be coming to our areas, the startups breakthrough ideas. So this is a very, very important chart, which I always use it now to see that all of us are going towards breakthrough in a respective area of improvement and retainment. So this is one area where we capture all the information from the supplier to the line, what's assembled, to the stock level of the supplier end, and information of the data flow. So the key is sensors, data collection, skill set improvement, delivering to the customer, and ensure that we talk about IoT with a business benefit. So, so some of the areas, including the way of training of people, we went into using of IoT, including training. For example, in spraying, or a lot of sets will be made today to learn about the skills, and this gives you feedback to the operator. How is he welding, or how is he painting, or how is he consistently doing it? Giving a feedback to himself by HMI display, self information share, improving on this speed, improvement of the distance and angles, and delivery through IoT. Definitely we're talking about automation. At the same time, the skill set of people as well should improve in terms of the application of these areas too. Similarly, in terms of the welding area, all the fixtures, design of the fixtures made by the engineers should have data capturing. So we normally capture the data, assess the data himself, that how is he doing, how it is the areas in which it is to improve, and store and link it to the training level. So we have a learning management system for all the engineers, all the staff, to capture two systems, not by field only, including areas, including the painting area. I think next time, think that how to see, how to learn by video, how to do with a simulated environment on the line, and to evaluate himself in terms of the IoT. So things are changed towards digital areas, or sensors in the machine level, to the training level, including to the operational assembly or the battery assembly, motor assembly, the skill set. In fact, all the fresh engineers in serious motor, we train them on the line to know how to assemble the battery, assemble the vehicle, so that they can do a design better, design the process better, and help in the improvement of the entire system itself. And including the painting. For example, operators, everything on screen today, we don't waste in the sustainable area, the virtual environment, how it is captured onto the component, how is he doing well? Is he doing well or not doing well?
So we are losing you.
and how to improve, where to use the systems in which you see that is getting delivered to the requirement. So, including painting area, the welding and integration learning management. Another thing is assembly area. This is all done by the engineers. Okay, this is all developing these type of sensors onto the assembly line, onto the areas where you are able to pick up components. This will help to improve the process design better. This will help to ensure the ergonomics is better. So by using AR/VR systems and ensuring that the components are designed well and assembled onto it. When you do a process improvement, you can deliver the product consistently. We always believe to deliver the product, the key thing is the process. Okay, so hence the challenging for all our engineers today is how to design all the things, how to, because finally who is the customer for us? The person who buys the vehicle is the customer. However, the person who makes the component, makes the product, as a supplier end operators, our own operators, how to improve, how to make the work easy for them. And that is the role of engineers for designing the workstation, designing the AR/VR, using the tool, support him and make the work easy so that we can deliver the consistent product. So I was talking about overview, what we are trying to do. We are trying to connect, controlling all the controlling devices. We're trying to connect, okay? Collecting and managing the data, what we have, different areas, storage, in terms of the system in which we do. Linking to analysis. Linking analysis, how? Machine learning, and going by the ML Studio, predicting models, training models, work towards skill level. All earlier we talking about mechanical things, welding, your PPC, all are integrated now. We have to link together. Mechatronics is the key area. Linking is the most important thing for all engineers today. And work towards business intelligence. How to use mobile services, how to use AI and ML. All these things are changed skill sets. What you know yesterday, what you know today will not take you forward for the next level. So we strongly believe there are gaps. How to have gaps of the connecting devices, how are you capturing the data and analysis, and use artificial. It's a very challenging field, very, very interesting field. I'm very challenged to learn all these things, implement in our area, and see that it can be trained at the supplier end, the dealer end, and battery area, recycling of the batteries. All these areas, it's getting very, very important today. So we have gone from basic elements to IoT, all the things we learn, and implementation of data display, all the areas we try to implement and use the software. And to do this Internet of Things, we talk about whether green field or brown field, what are the user needs, how to ensure security and data security, we learn about this, connectivity, and of course, the cost. So very, very important. I'm very happy that this ASDC has taken so much initiative of the training area, which is most apt for all the people joining automobile industry. And at the same time, reskilling of people in our own area as well. So thank you for your and that is the future. It's a digital network, software areas, and ensure that next 25 years, clean technology, sustainability, and robots and drones will be the future. Thank you very much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing your valuable insights and such an informative presentation you had. It's a great.
Thank you, sir.
And the roadmap that you have shown from the conventional and existing manufacturing system to the all connectivity and laying the strong foundation with the tools TPM, TQM, JIT. Such an informative, sir. Thank you, sir.
We have a case study of each area. Probably when the thing starts, we can even share each and every area in detail. We can come to the factory to share all this information, because as a combined team, in terms of the engineers, in terms of the supplier area, then only GDP can grow. So it is a combined effort by all of us. And it's one thing I can tell you is it's a very, very energetic areas where we are working. So not the experience today, how we learn new things every time.
What I propose to Dr. Devarajan,
every time. That's going to be the future.
Dr. Devarajan, I would like to propose as follows. The next roadshow of ASDC will be conducted inside TVS Motor Training School. Right? They have a beautiful training school inside TVS
Okay.
Motor. And
Done,
we will
done.
do the next roadshow of ASDC there, so that
Okay.
all the participants who come anywhere from the country, from the automotive sector, can
Yeah.
go around the shop floor and also understand the implementation, all the case studies that he presented. How about that idea,
Okay.
sir?
Yeah. No problem, sir. We'll take it up. It
Great.
requires some preparation. It requires some preparation, so we'll work on it.
I have a request to all of you. Maybe my laptop is weak. If you can all increase your volume or use a earphone and headphone. Even on YouTube, I went there on the mobile phone. Even in YouTube, the sound was very low. I don't know, is it a platform problem or some other issue?
But we are able to hear you very loudly.
No, in my mobile phone. No, Dr. Devarajan's presentation, voice was low.
Oh.
But now I hope it is not a technology issue.
No, sir, there might be some local issue also in the network, also could be a possibility. But we heard Dr. Devarajan quite well, and of course, a little bit sound issues.
The sound has come
Sound
down here,
leakage.
Arindam, so I'm sure the problem is with my laptop. So
Right.
go ahead with the next
Sure,
one.
sir.
Please.
Sure, sir. Ayush,
Thank you,
over
Dr.
to you.
Devarajan.
Right, sir. As A.N. Chandramouli sir has rightly said, that it would be great that we can have a session at TVS Motors, sir. That will be a great insightful
Now
session.
the audio is very clear. From the main anchor, the audio is very clear to me. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Right, sir. So I'll share my screen once again, sir. Just. Now I would like to introduce CEO of MaxByte Technology, Mr. Ramashankar CS, is committed to making a difference in future of industries for sustainable development around the world with great products and services offerings. His mission is to accelerate industrial enterprise transformation for more productivity, efficiency, and growth throughout the innovative digitalization, robotization, and decarbonization technologies. Is driving MaxByte as a technology partner for life for the industrial companies in the sectors like aerospace, defense, energy, food and beverages, government, automotive agriculture, infrastructure, and mining with whom we jointly define future. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ASDC committee. Thank you, Mr. A.N. Chandramouli, sir, and the members for today joining this session. It's a proud to be part of this session today, and it's a very important topic globally, especially in India. So the GDP of the Indian is getting increased. One of the important sectors is manufacturing, and the large transformation is happening. So in that skill sets of individuals from working in the manufacturing company is very important, and that's a topic we are. So I have a presentation of like into two sections. One, I give a quick introduction about MaxFight. The second topic about the what are the different competencies and how MaxFight is helping the industries in improving the competencies of the people in Industry 4.0. Let me share the screen. I hope you're able to see my screen and I'm audible. So
yes, we can see the screen and you are quite audible. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So MaxFight is it's actually started in Coimbatore. It's been like now 8 years. We are into the Industry 4.0 and beyond solutions provider, where we provide end-to-end solutions with our products and services. So we offer smart and sustainable industries or manufacturing solutions where we provide technology, we help with talents for the system integrations, we help the organization across the value chain transformation using industrial IoT, digital robotics, decarbonization solutions. We currently supporting the industries in aerospace and defense, automotive, industrial equipments, energy and utilities, consumer appliances, and food and beverages. Our four major offerings are digitalization, where from assessment to implementation of hardware, OT/IT integration, and implementation of various use case applications, and operations and maintenance of digital infrastructure is what our major offering. And recently, a few years back, we introduced our robotics and automation solutions, where we have our own autonomous mobile robots, and we are partnered with various technology companies for the assembly line automation, station automations, mainly by integrating with IoT, make it more intelligent automation is what we are providing. And decarbonization solutions, we have internal assessors for sustainability and for energy efficiency programs and alternate energy solutions and carbon offsets and credit programs. So for all these emerging technologies, adoption is a key factor. So we provide training programs, innovation programs, financial programs to help the manufacturers to adapt these technologies and successful in their businesses in this transformation. In a high level, we provide an end-to-end solution. From if you take one use case of shop floor digitalization, we help from helping the manufacturers in terms of supplying the sensors, control systems, gateways, all the way to the cloud infrastructure or on-prem infrastructure, and implementation of our applications from across the value chain, from engineering, planning, production, energy, quality, logistics, aftermarket, ERP integration, so and so, and help the shop floor to top floor more efficient and more productive in their operations as a closed loop system. And also support autonomous mobile robots, integrating with the machines in the shop floor and making more intelligent. This is one use case how we help manufacturers on end-to-end. So some case studies, we helped automotive emission exhaust like a tier 2 supplier, and on tier 1 suppliers and the OEM, helping them in their shop floor across the value chain with various technologies using industrial IoT, artificial intelligence, analytics, augmented reality, virtual reality, to making them more paperless, more productive, and more sustainable business operations. We have been recognized in the industry by the government agencies, technology partners for our work for the last 8+ years, and last 2 years consequently, we have won the Digital Transformation Award from CAI. Just a quick introduction about MaxPipe. So, like 5 years before, we have started implementing the digital assembly line or digital manufacturing process for a large automotive axles company in India. Once it took us around 6+ months, and we are successfully able to complete the phase 1, and now the line is completely digitalized and working without paper and more productive operators. What challenge we faced during our initial implementation are one of the major challenges, the competency of the shop floor to the top floor in adapting these technology and the skill sets. So that's how we found our responsibility is not only ended by giving a solution and providing support, and that is we took ourselves as an initiative to help the manufacturers in upskilling them in these technologies for the faster adoption. So if you see in a transformation journey, from discovering in the discovery stage, any organization would get an awareness and do some assessment, make some pilots, then scale up the programs. So these are the different roles involved in the transformation journey, from champion or a catalyst of an organization to the assessors, technology architecture, and data-driven program data managers, and technical engineers like OT/IT integration, platform configurators, data scientists, augmented reality, robotics engineers, and so on. If we see as a job opportunity, if we can take, if we take at least a mid-segment organization, let's say 500 crores plus companies, so those organization, if at all they want to transform their industry, at least it will take 5+ years of for them to completely to transform into industry 4.0. I would say that's a minimum years actually. So for that, at least so many people has to be involved. There should be a program manager, there should be an architect, there should be a domain expert or subject matter expert in guiding the data architecture, and there are different roles should be involved. So at least it's an opportunity of six to eight people can be jobs can be created for such a mid-segment company. So that's a job potential available in this particular market, especially India. Large manufacturing entities are in the world. So many job opportunities are available for our fresh graduates or whomever would like to shift their career from a traditional manufacturing to industry 4.0 job, or whomever would like to shift their job from a different domain to manufacturing. So such a job opportunities are available in this market. But the challenge is about the competencies and the skills available. So for that, only MaxPet has come up with a model of called Industry X.0 or Industry 4.0 Center of Excellence, where we have where we help the industrial companies to realize the benefits and transform them by connecting with the talents, with the skills and competency. So this Center of Excellence help provide championship programs for the industries to create the transformation roadmap, help them towards the implementation, and provide certification programs for the talents, where improve the skill level, knowledge levels of the talents, so that we bridge the industries and talents. And also, of course, MaxPipe as a technology company, we have our 50 plus technology OEM partnership as a marketplace. We all together do the transformation for our customers by supplying the technology. So that's a center of excellence which we created years back. I would say 5 6 years back, and this model now we are scaling up across the globe. I quickly share how our center of excellence works. Hope you're able to see my screen. So
Yes, your screen is visible.
okay, yeah. So we have four types of center of excellences. One we call retro model. If any organization or an institution is having existing shop floor, we convert that shop floor into like a smart manufacturing facility and conduct training programs, innovation programs in the place. The second is we provide a modular manufacturing system. It's like a mini factory kind of a setup where the end-to-end material supply chain manufacturing processes will be there. People can get trained here. The third model is like a mini tabletop model, where we have a tabletop CNC machine which is connected with all the industrial IoT devices, and it has other cloud-based applications. People can themselves can assemble and disassemble these devices and get trained. The fourth model is like a premium model, where it's like 5,000 to 10,000 square feet of setup, where we replicate the entire manufacturing processes of discrete processes into a 5,000 square feet, and give them a digital trend experience and a training program for the industries, for them to quickly learn and adapt to the technologies. So currently we have various center of excellences in India, UAE, and USA. Now in Australia also is getting ready, and there are other more centers are upcoming in the upcoming years. So what we do is, in all the center of excellences, one of the major agenda is conducting trainings. So we do free awareness program. It's like a 3 to 4 hours of interactive program. Give them just an awareness how Industry 4.0 helps them. And we do a championship program. It's like a 2-day program. 3-day programs are available. It's completely interactive. Talks about the various use cases and hands-on experience on the technologies, and help them to make a quick roadmap how they can transform their company into Industry 4.0. And there are technical certification programs from OT OT, OTIT, cloud, infrastructure, IIoT, cybersecurity, AI, AR, AMR, technical certification programs are also available in the Center of Excellences. So we did this 8 years before in PhD Tech. I would say that's India's first center. Before any other Samarth Udyog started, we implemented these things in PhD Tech. In education is not our business, but after doing the PhD Tech, and we found that this is an important need in the business, so we should support. And recently, we opened our COE in 4 GCTs in Tamil Nadu, in Salem, Vellore, Tirunelveli, Trichy. And also we have centers in Abu Dhabi, in Dubai, jointly with Etisalat in UAE, and we have experience centers in our customer sites like Caterpillar, and there's another experience center in Sharjah. So there are some of the case studies where our case studies or our center of excellence photos what I just was sharing with you. So that's a high level introduction on what are the various roles, what are the training programs we support industries, and what are the job opportunities are available to accelerate the transformation of Indian manufacturing companies. Thank you for the opportunity given, and I'll be available. Contacts are available with ASDC, so feel free to reach out to me if you need any support or any inputs for your manufacturing companies to transform and upskill your people. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ram Shankar CS, sir, for sharing your insights or Industry 4.0. Thank you, sir. So moving ahead, now I would like to address some of the questions that has been put up by the participants in the chat box. Though we have received a lot of questions, and due to the constraint of the time, we will be addressing a few. And moving ahead with the questions, I would like to request CEO of ASDC, Arindam sir, to answer this question. That is question is asked by Bhatia DS Autograde Academy. So what are the plans of ASDC to transform this change to aftermarket local mechanics, as approx 70% of the total available vehicles on Indian roads are taken care by them?
Right. Thank you, Mr. Bhatia, for asking this question, which is so very relevant, because once the vehicle is made and sold, obviously the customer wants that the vehicle continues to run. And while there is a network of authorized dealer for each OEM, there is also a very large network of independent garages or independent workshops which take care of these vehicles, especially in large volume segment like two-wheelers and three-wheelers, especially. Even in terms of commercial vehicles as well, we have seen that. At ASDC, we are approaching this from two ends. One is, of course, conducting upskilling programs for these independent mechanics, which are largely supported by various CSR initiatives of various organizations. In fact, when the BS6 transition happened, we did close to about about 40,000 total mechanics on this transformation to help them understand the transformation. Especially on electricals and electronics of the vehicle, there is a huge requirement. So that is being done. Second, we are also looking at interventions at the training phase of the new workforce, both at the ITI level as well as the training centers affiliated with ASDC. And we are jointly working with various OEMs, CM members, which is the Vehicle Manufacturers Association and its members, as well as the local state governments wherever it is also applicable. It's a vast task, but so we are on that journey, and hopefully we'll slowly be able to cover a significant number of independent mechanics.
So one more question. That question has come from Magesh Bhupati. What is the ASDC plan to bring awareness to MSME entrepreneurs for the adoption of Industry 4.0 skill?
Thank you. I think the one of the major initiative is what we are doing today, and we are trying to reach out as many MSME organizations as possible. We are further trying to reach out to the various MSME cluster institutions where we could partner with them to jointly offer these awareness programs at those locations, make it available. And this is again a constant process of educating and making the key stakeholders in the system, especially at a tier 2, tier 3 level components, manufacturing system, the supply chain system, where some of the major manufacturing processes happen. And I think today you saw what Mr. Ramshankar talked about in terms of how do you transform or retrofit in terms of a legacy system, and how do you make a legacy system work as a smart manufacturing system? That probably is going to be the stage 1 of adoption into the SME segment, and we are very aware of that. In fact, going forward, even next week we are doing a physical session in Delhi for the Delhi NCR region cluster in partnership with IIT Delhi on the same area with the Samarth Center there on how do you convert legacy shop floor into a smart manufacturing shop floor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for answering the queries.
The
by
other
the
question,
great
response I would like to add is that
Sure,
as
sir.
we
Please,
suggested,
sir.
when we do that workshop in TVS Motor, I come back to again request Mr. Devarajan, is when we bring some more suppliers of TVS Motors into that program,
Yeah.
the suppliers can be anywhere from 10 crore to 250 crores to define within the MSME bracket. So tier 1, couple of people, tier 2, maybe 3-4 people, and tier 3, 4, 5, 6 people. If Dr. Devarajan can bring to that workshop, it will be a great learning that together with the OEM, we have done similar programs with a company called Volvo Construction Equipment. And at that time, the adaptation was much before the COVID. Now it is really, we have real life case studies like TVS Motor, right? At that time, it is more of awareness creation. So in other words, if Arindam can look at this cluster program tied up with not only Samarth Udyog centers, but also, let's say Maruti Udyog and its sub-suppliers, they come and see the actual implementation in Maruti Udyog, right?
Sure,
in Northern
sir.
India. In Western India, maybe Tata Motor and its sub-suppliers.
Yeah.
If these kind of programs can be arranged, because all these are your members in the board of ASDC, we must request them that how do we create this? Yeah, Dr. Devarajan, go
We
ahead.
can link including SIAM, because
Yeah.
TVS Motor is working all the training programs.
SIAM and ACMA, yeah.
Yeah.
ACMA coming to our factory. So he not be separate. So
Yeah.
link with the SIAM, because we all of us are partner for
Yeah.
that. It will be very
Joint
good.
development.
We'll
Yeah.
take it up through CM and
Yeah,
yeah.
correct.
Main point is, if you do one such program, we will learn how to conduct the program. Then multiplying across the country with the support of MHI, because we require a lot of budgets for this. ASDC is a non-profit organization. So do one such program with the help of Dr. Devarajan. Then you export it to SIAM, ACMA, IMTMA, etc., and it will be a great success. Thank you, sir. Next question, if any.
Right, sir. So we'll go ahead with the N. Chandraboli, sir, as you are continuing, sir. So this question is from Mr. Sujit Srivastav. The question is, first, future skill technology implementation, industries integration is must. So how we are going to ensure the same?
Can the person come online, or it is YouTube, so we can bring him online, right?
So we might not be able to
Because
get
this
the
question is not very clear. It's very generic. Can you repeat the question?
Sure, sir. So question is, sir, for future skill technology implementation, industries integration is must. So how we are going to ensure the same? So they
Yeah, this is
basically
precisely what was explained by Dr. Devarajan and Arindam, that we have to bring the industry into these webinars first, number one step. then that creates awareness creation. Then they should attend workshops being conducted by people like MaxBite Technology. A lot of free workshops they are conducting across the country. And then the awareness, when it improves, then there should be a tie-up between the ASDC and the respective industries, either directly or through ACMA and SIAM. I cannot see any other step in this without this step-by-step approach. So integration is not a one-way traffic, and we have to use councils, industry bodies to bring the integration. Otherwise, it's a very slow process.
Right, sir.
And in fact, one more point is
Yeah.
there's a demand, there's a requirement for all the industries today. Okay, because if you don't go in,
Sound is very low, Dr. Devarajan.
If you don't go in for this, you'll have a problem of implementation of business itself. So we have to, it is a joint win-win, both the manufacturers, OEMs and suppliers, the win-win. So it comes in the next few months, you will see all of us will demand and work to integrate it together with all the suppliers in other areas.
Very true, very true. So the integration is a multi-pronged approach.
Yeah,
OEM, sub-suppliers coming together. But I think the initial awareness is created by the councils.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Right, sir. So, Dr. S. Devarajan, I will go ahead with you, sir. So,
Yes.
this question is actually directed to you only.
Okay.
This question is asked by Mr. Magesh Bhupati. So, the question is, how is CPM implemented effectively in TVS? Maybe, if time permits, it can be explained the case study about the benefits of improving overall equipment efficiency.
Okay, excellent, very good. I think a very, very valid point. See, what happens is in Mahesh, in many areas, we have old machines, we have the new machines. We have different plants. We have welding line, the painting plants, huge blowers in terms of the environmental areas. So the first step as what we have done is putting sensors in some of these areas, even the old equipment. Okay, so spindle vibration. There are many sensors available today. We can put into the basic fans of the paint plant itself. So we are able to put sensors which checks the vibration onto the screen of yours. We capture the baseline of what we have seen, okay, and monitor on a continuous basis and see that the fluctuations of the vibrations, including the spindle, including the machine spindle, old machines in terms of the new machines also. So we capture the base signal and keep on checking on the various areas, and any abnormalities in terms of the bearing, in terms of the vibrations created because of this, we are able to work on Sunday itself to overcome that or work on it, because we don't stop the line, because we are able to do on a continuous basis, even in the maintenance off time. Normally we have one week maintenance off in a month, in a year. So we are able to do on every level, at every point of time, especially the vibration analysis. So second thing is, we are also talking about, even for the fleet, including the transportation area, we are able to put sensors. So including the AGVs, how it is made. And similarly onto the battery areas, temperature is sensors we have put. So how is it helping the OEE? Because you are able to continuously get the production line, it improves the OEE. So directly it improves the production. Second, then if you stop, previously if you have a breakdown, we used to stop for 3 days, 2 days of particular area, have a backup. Now we are able to do continuous monitoring of it. So that is the availability of the machines are improved. So in terms of the OEE, availability is improved, consistency is improved, because in terms of the quality level, vibration areas of spindle, vibration areas of the different tools wear out. We are able to increase the life of the tool also. So there are many case studies, but basic thing has to be applied. You can't just say I've got IoT to see that this thing is improved. We have to put sensors. We have to ensure that the data is captured. We need to work the baseline and see that it is getting improved on a continuous basis. So the skill sets are improved. The area in which it is getting improved in terms of the OEE level. But the basic element is the type of sensors what we use, integration of it, the skill sets of using the data. the skill set of using the data, of taking actions on it, it becomes important for the engineer. So, and now any problem in our area, we're able to get on SMS. So our operator does the operation, he does the inspection, he maintains the machine also. So any problem with the machine, the data goes to the maintenance person of that particular area, and he can come and check with what's happening. So it is continuous basis and online. And we're in this, I'm still saying that we are in the initial phase itself, but there are a lot of opportunity, a lot of new things which can be done.
Right, sir. I have one question again for you, sir.
Yeah.
This question is from Shraddha Singh Pundi. As she's mentioning that we are laying stress on the technical skills. So, what are the soft skills that are required for moving ahead in the same aspect of digital transformation, and how it will impact the headcount of a particular manufacturing company?
No. Okay, the new areas of skill development is applicable to every one of the engineer. So when the skill sets of the engineer goes up by particular training, it's not only physical training. Okay, we have joint exercises. After training, we have a joint exercise. We have to go back to the plant and see it getting implemented, and the behavior of the person changes because he has to learn more to implement in a place. So it's a joint effort of the manager and the operator or the staff or the engineers to work together. This builds a teamwork in our area because there's a gap. We're trying to work towards it and learning. Normally, it is performance is skill into will. Okay, we keep on increasing the skill level. The will has to improve. It's 0 or 1. So it is both cases in terms of the engineer as well as the manager who's level concerned to improve the performance. Skill and will also is important. Majority of areas, more on the technical skill, even behavioral skill is also important. The software skills requirement. Something on, we have OR techniques trained in our area. Okay, OR techniques, we have a program, we have a group which has the OR in our own engineers working on it. Many times we give training, but many of the engineers would have forgotten the basic engineering, basic mathematics. So we are trying to improve the skills levels of understanding the mathematics, application of it, and implementing it in our factory. So it is a journey in which it's a learning journey. It's us as a manager, we need to improve the way we encourage people to learn, and we should walk the talk. We should go to the place, Gemba Gembitsu, we should need the principle of it, understand it, and ensure that the entire journey of development becomes requirement to the business result. So we have to take that way rather than saying number of hours of training, how many training programs you have gone. That is not the way of measuring. It's a way in which measurement is you go for a training, ensure that you have a homework on it, back into a place, complete the exercises, get the business result, and that requires a lot of working together with the manager, with the engineer, and ensure that the training is successful. So it is a combined effort to improve the behavior, to improve the development of the person, and the growth of the person at the end of the day in the competency level. So that's the holistic way it has to be taken, not by going to number of programs, number of skill sets. It has to be gone into the next level to give the business result. I hope I've given you the requirement and how it is going on. It is happening. And believe me, all people will be enthused when we say that we are able to improve the skills level, which helps the business to grow, country to grow in terms of environment, in terms of IoT and implementation.
Right, sir. Right. Thank you so much, sir, for answering the question, sir. Due to constraint of time, this will be the last question that will be I putting up. And this question, I would like to request Mr. Ram Shankar here to answer this question, please, sir. How a person with core mechanical background can move to these new digital technologies? Please guide.
Okay. Um, so recently we had a hiring requirement on artificial intelligence or data science, and we posted our job description in LinkedIn. Okay, in the next day, we got around 450 plus applications for job applications in LinkedIn. Okay, and when we see that most of the people has taken the course of artificial intelligence and data science and data analytics, but they are lagging in the domain expertise. Okay, so people are from computer science, people are from IT sectors. So most of them has taken, even the working professionals has taken those courses and they apply for it. But 90% of the resumes say we are not able to select it. So the point here is the data analytics and AI nowadays tools and platforms are available, but what is missing is the domain expertise and the subject matter expert. So especially when we are talking about manufacturing or automotive, so mostly it's like mechanical, electronics or mechatronics kind of a background is what important. So the tools are now drag and drag, or it's like a more like a low code application. It has come. So what is need in the industry is about the knowledge that comes from the mechanical background people only. So nothing to worry about if you're not aware of some technical things in detail. Those things can be easily nowadays many free programs government is conducting, such ASDC programs are there. Industry like TVS, they have their own training programs. We are conducting programs. Very quickly you can learn and adapt, but you have to focus only on the domain expertise. Say for example, we're now working on a model of predicting a leakage in an oil and gas pipeline. Okay, so we have predictive tools, we have analytical tools, we have IoT monitoring tools, but what we need is the domain expertise in oil and gas, the domain expertise in the viscosity of the oil and what's the pressure difference between the pipelines. So this comes only from the mechanical background. So focus on domain, focus on and have the awareness and understanding of the technology. That should be sufficient. That's my view.
Very rightly said, Ram Shankar sir. So there's
It's very
nothing.
encouraging answer from Ram Shankar, because people like me also mechanical engineer, Devarajan also mechanical engineer. I think Ram Shankar also mechanical engineer, right? So today three
You're
mechanical
right, sir.
engineers sitting and talking about digital technology.
Well, I'm also a mechanical engineer, sir.
Now we have become
Who else?
half.
Arindam.
We have become mechatronics now. Many of things as mechatronics and sustainable engineer today.
Yes, sir.
The point I'm saying is, it is not the engineering background that matters, as Ram pointed out. What is the requirement of the application? And the application means we are improving quality or productivity or machine maintenance downtime, etc., which means everything revolving around the manufacturing subsystems. Who can be a better engineer than a mechanical engineer or a mechatronic engineer who can understand the manufacturing subsystems? Be it machining, be it painting, be it welding, be it assembly line, be it quality control, or whatever it is in the manufacturing subsystem, including metal forming, etc. Additive manufacturing is a new buzzword, but who is learning additive manufacturing? Again, a mechanical engineer. So I'm sure this message goes far and wide through this YouTube, that let us not follow the old practice that IT industry is flogged by all other branches. Now again, we have similar concept. Any branch is welcome to come into IoT industry. So IT industry and IoT industry can have a healthy competition, and let us convert our salary levels of all the non-IT background people through this method. There is an attractive option available today. If students are listening to me, I want to tell them that today the salaries, Ram Shankar said 450 applicants, but he's already able to even call for interview only 10% of it. That means what? There is a lack of knowledge and skill in these domains. That's a good news. The bad news is a gap in the skill. So ASDC is doing a great job in fulfilling this gap. And I leave it to the organizer now to perform the vote of thanks before we close for the lunch.
I would like to mention over here, sir, you have boosted the morale of the mechanical and electrical core engineers by your comments, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. So, as we are about to close, sir, I would like to have closing remarks from all the panelists, sir. Starting from you, sir. A.N. Chandravali, sir.
Oh, again, I thought I already made one long remark just now. Anyway, I think it was a great beginning, I would like to say, and congratulations to ASDC. Let us not lose the tempo. and make a plan once a month, because we have got a huge country, and the yatra, which is happening in different forums now. Let us have a digital yatra from Kashmir to Kanyakumari and from Manipur to this side, which is Maharashtra, right? K and M, I can remember. And therefore, I think Arindam and team has got a huge task on hand to spread this, post-COVID. I think it is a right timing. Job roles are available, qualification packs are available. Content and curriculum. My request is don't reinvent the wheel. There are enough experts available in this country, such as Maxbyte here, or practicing managers like Devarajan. We've got a team of experts inside TVS Motor. Content and curriculum, don't keep on reinventing the wheel. The qualification packs can easily, quickly adapt what is available already. There are similar experts across the country. And then you can speed up the implementation in creating awareness, education, training, etc., etc. Otherwise, there are too many people duplicating the efforts, even within the sector skill council. I find sector skill council are duplicating each other's efforts. We must minimize it and spread it as an overall benefit available to this nation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Dr. S. Devarajan, sir.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic time for all of us to reskill all our members, because this is a time with a golden opportunity in the next 2 years that we are growing. So that's one. Second thing is, many areas we may have to have 2 or 3 things which need to work on. One, as far the managers are concerned, is a mindset. There's a learning mindset, which is a must for us to go forward in our area. Encouraging mindset, so that we encourage all the youngsters coming to our places to ensure that we go into it. An organization mindset in which we have some technical areas where we need to learn and grow further. I think it's a fantastic opportunity, and all the members in this seminar should be thrilled to know that India is growing and there are so many opportunities here itself. So I think this is the best opportunity time now to see that we participate in all these things, take it forward in our own areas, in the new areas, and see that we are all in a implementation mode after learning, which will give you the best satisfaction in anyone's career. I think thank you very much for ASDC, and wishing this all the best to make this journey as successful for all the people in the seminar and other areas too. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Ramshankar, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. So for the last, thanks to COVID, only for this reason, so many awareness and enablement centers has been happened from 2020, especially in India. All the states, all the association has done. Now I think it's time to really do the transformation. If the association like ASDC can help industries to assess where are they currently and how they can transform, create champions or catalysts in the company, help to do some proof of values or pilots, and also help manufacturers to connect with governments with some government schemes. So that would really help the manufacturers, MSME or large organizations to transform. So it's hardly only 10 to 15% globally either started or adapted these technologies, but so many opportunities, so many challenges are there. So transformation is what now we have to start. So thank you so much, ASDC, in making such a wonderful session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So as we are about to close this webinar, I would like to thanks once again our esteemed panelists, sir, Dr. S. Devarajan, Ramshankar sir, A.N. Chandraboli, sir. Thank you for your time, sir. And thank you all the participants for joining us in the webinar on this Industry 4.0 and emerging technologies. I hope this webinar was as insightful for you as it was for us. And we hope to join in the upcoming events as well. And one thing more, and one participant had query regarding this 140 qualifications. So everyone can access these qualifications. These all are available on the website of ASDC, that is www.asdc.org.in. So thank you all for joining in. It was a great pleasure having you all over here, sir. It was a fantastic session that we had today. And we hope to continue the same in the upcoming times. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Request is
Thank you, everyone.
You to all the people who registered and those who could not join or those who joined, please send the ASDC website, because this org.in and all, sometime, we missed that. They go to asdc.com. Then it is somewhere in America. So number one. Number two, the video which is taken today, YouTube, again send it to all those who registered, whether they attended or not attended. And also post the video in your ASDC website. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Noted, sir. Noted, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
all.
you.
Happy
Thank
lunch.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much,
everyone.
Dr. Devarajan. Thank you, Ramshankar. Thank you,
Thank you,
Mr.
sir.
Arindam Lahiri. Thank you, sir.
Right, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, sir.